Kala, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem Rakah Kodash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and sanitation to I am doing his work in truth and in sincerity in the four corners of the earth. And I wanted to do this lesson going in, um, on this attack, that took place in Tehran, in Iran. Okay, I had just did a video, um, yesterday, going into Israel said that they're planning for a U.S. attack in Iran. Okay, now is this, the attack that they were talking about? We don't know. But it very well, could be, this assassination of this nuclear scientist. Okay, it says this article says criminal act ex-CIA chief warns Iran to wait on return of responsible U.S. leaders before reacting to nuclear scientist killing. It says former CIA director John Brennan has commented on the killing of a top Iranian nuclear scientist by urging Tehran to wait for return of responsible American leadership before taking retaliation against suspected perpetrators. And you don't have to well, in the world of politics, in the world of you know the UN, National Assembly, what do they call it, foreign policy, and delegation, you know I believe that's the word, the term for easing things between nations besides going to war. um you have to do, saying certain things and things like that, to declare war, to not look like a terrorist nation or look like a bully, So that's what the CIA director is telling Tehran to do. Wait till you get the evidence and all that shit, you know. But Iran doesn't need any more evidence, of Israel and America, messing with his nation, man, because Israel is constantly shooting missiles on the border of Iran and Iraq and even in Syria, you know. And America took responsibility for putting to death, one of Iran's top generals, man, So there doesn't need to be an investigation, but that's what the devil will say. It says amid speculation about the involvement of both Israel and the U.S. in the alleged assassination of Iranian nuclear scientist Mohsen Fakhrizadeh, Brennan dubbed the death a criminal act and highly reckless, And who'd be surprised this guy might get, put to death pretty soon. Ex-CIA chief talking about a criminal or reckless act, man. These devils are funny, man. As a CIA chief, this damn devil has done a whole bunch of dirt, man. You know, it says it risks lethal retaliation and a new round of regional conflict. It said he said of the Friday attack, which reportedly included unknown assailants attacking that guy and his security forces. Okay, and these people came to kill, man. This damn devil uh, um, came to kill Elon, man. They said an explosion had went off. It was supposed to be like a roll bomb, and the explosion missed, and it didn't catch the car. As you can see, this is the Nissan right here. It didn't catch the car, and then they got out and put them to death, with the AKs or whatever they had, And you can see over there is blood all on the street, So this was definitely a calculated hit, you know. And then one video I had watched, the guy made a good point. Um, he was like, why is your top, nuclear scientist, what I'm saying, rolling around in a goddamn Nissan, man, you know? He should be in he should have multiple, what I'm saying, bodyguards, you know, and he should have a armored vehicle, But I don't know what the hell them Persians are doing over there, man. They slacking. They top general get murked, and then your top, nuclear science. You know what I'm saying? That's your defense. That's critical to defending you from these Edomite nations, man. That's the only thing that's been holding away an invasion of Iran for so long. What I'm saying? Ultimately, the Most High. But that threat of them thermonuclear missiles, man, keep these nations at bay. You know, from invading Iran. And if it was up to these Edomite nations, they would get all of the goddamn Ishmaelites and Elamites out of the Middle East, man. If it was up to them, you know, because that's good land over there, man. And Israel, that false state of Israel, which Trump uplifted, you know, as being its own nation, independent nation, you know, they want to enlarge their borders, man. It says Iran would be wise. Brennan continued to wait for the return of responsible American leadership on the global stage and to resist the urge to respond against perceived culprits. It said Brennan is referring to Joe Biden taking office in January, the Democrat who the CIA director worked under and has been highly supportive of. It's seen by many as a return to Obama-era foreign policy. It says Brennan has been one of President Donald Trump's more vocal critics. It was one part of the article that, in the second tweet, Brennan no doubt fed the flames of conspiracy swirling around social media by saying he does not know whether a foreign government authorized or carried out the murder of the scientists. It says, if true, however, Brennan said such a move is an act of state-sponsored terrorism. So don't be surprised if this guy gets murked. Okay, this is the part that I want to get to. It says Iranian Foreign Minister Javed Zarif implied in a public statement following the death that Israel could have been involved, though the country has not commented on the alleged assassination. It says terrorists murdered an eminent Iranian scientist today. This cowardice, with serious indications of Israeli role, shows desperate warmongering of perpetrators. Okay, so Elon knows what the hell is going on, man. He knows who his enemy are. His enemies are. Which is America, which is Babylon, and Israel. That false state of Israel, man. Them damn Khazars out there, man. Okay, a bunch of damn warmongers. All right, and he's showing. He's saying it shows desperate warmongering of perpetrators because through this act, what I'm saying, they're knowing that Iran has to do something to retaliate. You know, So that's a way of the U.S. poking Iran to making them fight back, and then trying to turn it and make it to where they're the bad guy. Because what the U.S. will end up doing is they'll keep poking and prodding, and then if Iran comes out and does something, they'll say that there's a rift between Iranian government, what I'm saying, and have a fake ass coup get popped up, what I'm saying. Have a coup come about out of nowhere. And the Iranians, man, them damn Persians, they gonna be real motivated to put their hands on you damn Americans, man, and you Israelis, you know, because they know who the hell is doing all this these attacks and all these terrorist things in their country, you know. It says Iran calls on international community and especially EU to end their shameful double standards and condemn this act of state terror. Okay, so then this shows you that Iran is desperate, man. Iran could have been declared war on the U.S. for the shit that they've done, man. But this is a heathen nation, so they have to bow to Esau, man, because Esau is in power right now. Iran knows that if it goes and attacks America, It has to deal with the full wrath of America. Um, Also, have to deal with Israeli. You know, supposedly, what I'm saying, Israel has like the best air force, in the world, man. So they have to go up with them and go up with America and go up with the damn Saudis at that too. And then in their minds, hope for Russia and China to help out. You know, so they up against a lot, man. And they desperate. They desperate to get out of this situation with Iran and Israel. But guess what, man? Prophecy has to take place. You know, and U.S. and Israel ain't gonna stop, man, till they take over Iran. It says Iran calls on international community and especially the EU. Okay, and I'm gonna go into the EU, man, which is the EU and NATO being the beast system, man. Okay, this man Elon is calling on the EU, man, knowing that in the EU is nothing but Edomite nations, man. Okay, the EU and NATO is set up with nothing but Edomite nations. Okay, they do that as a defense. They create it as a defense against you other heathen nations, man. You know, and then that shows pure desperation, man, for Elon to be calling on other Edomites to check this motherfucker America, man. You know, and that just goes into the scripture more and more, man, that the beast shall hate the whore. Because all these other nations are looking at what the U.S. is doing. They know that Israel is also involved. And they're gonna back away from that shit, man. Another war, what I'm saying, caused by America, man. Say critics have further alleged U.S. involvement based on reports that Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met with U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo this week in Saudi Arabia. Okay, so that makes total sense then. You know, you got all three of these guys meeting up, all three being goddamn, warmongers, warmongering nations, and all of a sudden a scientist, gets attacked. It says Brennan has already received pushback from conservatives for throwing his opinion into the mix so quickly. It's bizarre to see a former head of the CIA constantly side with Iranian zealots who chant death to America and reflexively condemn Israel. Does Joe Biden agree? You know, so this guy Ted Cruz, he's just trying to cover. You know what I'm saying? But it is bizarre, to see an ex-CIA chief come out and say something like this, man. You know? And just like they said that chant death to America, you know what I'm saying? They gonna see us as as the bad guys, pretty soon as well, man. You know? Because we want to see the downfall of America, you know? But this is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord Yahweh that he hath taken against Babylon and his purposes, that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Okay? So Israel is going to draw these nations into war, man. You know? Draw these different nations into war, man. Because America has a pact with Israel, man. Okay, and the damn Rothschild bankers, man. Okay, and Donald Trump has put in a lot of paperwork, what I'm saying, justifying the state of Israel and all the wickedness that it does all across the world, man. And set up the area over there, the Golan Heights, to be taken away, from the Palestinians, or the modern day, Palestinians, This is Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So while you trying to get rid of Iranians, head nuclear scientists, you thinking that you gonna stop the nuclear program that Iran got? Hey man, prophecy says that your own brethren, what I'm saying, these other Edomite nations in the EU are gonna put them missiles on your ass, man. You know, everybody's tired of American shit. Okay, even your own people gonna be tired of your own shit, man. You know, that's a hell of a story by the Most High, man. It's saying the 10 horns which thou sawest upon a beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. So I pray this is an edifying call, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Dash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and Texas. I'm doing this work in truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth. Shalom.